It's the Caleb Show.
I must draft Storm. Yeah, I must. I like this Emerald card. This Emerald card's fucking sweet. You ever played this shit? That just sacks 6 permanents. Bowmasters is a good one. I think Bowmasters is like the new power. It's like mana drain level. Mana drain level of fuck you. Barely even highlights? Yeah. Sometimes highlights are reasonable. Sometimes people just at me at awkward times. I'm like in time trouble. Caleb, look at this comment! I think I've got this duress here. Top and Citadel. Top and Citadel is a fucking thing. That could put me into Storm right there. I did see that they nerfed Bowmasters in One Ring on Arena. I mean, if you've played Historic at all recently, and I stopped. I like straight up stopped caring about Historic after like trying to play in the Orc Ring meta for more than like a day. It was just all of it. And if you looked at the win rates, the Orc Ring decks were at like just like stupid high win rates. Like they were in like the 70s and low 80s and shit for a bit. I don't know if the meta ever course corrected, but it was miserable. Really miserable time to be trying to play Historic. Perhaps, I think the literal worst time to a worst Historic metagame that we've ever had. I do think it's weird to nerf cards and then not refund people. I do think that's a weird fucking thing to do. I personally don't have any like direct skin in it. I have plenty of wild cards on Arena. I'm not complaining for myself. I'm complaining for other folks who like, you know, don't have infinite wild cards and just shelled out for Bowmasters and One Ring so they could play Magic. And now have 8 dead cards. I'll take a Grist. Prowler could put me in a very specific direction. You just bought them both? Yeah, right, Stubbs. Get wrecked, I guess. I think I'm at Ophiomancers. And then there's Rankle and Mystic here. Mystic lets you play Grist on too. I kind of dig that. This card's just good, though. This card's just good. Toxic's a great one. Maybe better than Oracle. For non-uncolor cards, like Rona and Ren are both great. Take Ren, go Jund. Ooh, Tireless Tracker, though. So if you take this Bitter Blossom, you're really looking for a Yawgmoth or a Skull Clamp, or both. Tireless Tracker is just a great draw engine in the style of deck. I'm gonna take the Blossom. I'm gonna lean into it. It'll work out. It'll be good. Trust. Just trust. Yeah, Dark Ritual, Blooming Marsh, Hex Drinker, all great here. I'm gonna take the Hex. Little Hexy Hex. And the Shallow Grave for Emrakul, I gotta consider if that's actually what I'm doing, though. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I'm taking Titania here. Maybe I'm doing a bit of this stuff. Just do black-green mids. Has Arena given back wildcards for nerfs in the past? My understanding is they've never done that. Would I? That's like the reason to do nerfs instead of card bannings. From their end. Worse in paper? Yeah, I don't know. A lot more formats in paper. A lot more room for cards to be playable somewhere else. Foxius says, hey Caleb, really appreciate all the YouTube videos you've been getting. Nice, Foxius. Yeah, if you really appreciate the YouTube videos, please comment. Please subscribe and comment on the YouTube videos and stuff. That helps them. That helps them a lot. And that is how my editor gets paid, is from the YouTube revenue. So you're just like, yo, this is sick. It takes you like 2 seconds. A lot more comments. Then a lot more people see it, you know? It gets more views. Which means more dollary dues for the YouTube editor. Who does all the work for that? 100% of it. I do nothing. It's fucking great. I'm gonna take this Bob. This feels like a Bob deck, doesn't it? We're paying so much life for everything. More life. There's Yawgmoth. I didn't see Yawgmoth. You're talking about the 3-mana one? That's not the one I was talking about. Yeah, Pass Infestation is great. I feel like I need this Bayou. We already passed like several pieces of green-black fixing. Oh, but there's Clamp. We have to take Clamp. This is the this is the Clamp deck. This is what we've been building towards with the Bitter Blossom and the Ophiomancer and the Grist and everything. And we can throw a Force of Vigor in probably the main actually. Hell of a card, that Force of Vigor. Just one more thing before I start drafting fixing. Yeah, right? That's my strategy of deck building. Like, oh, but I need that card too. Ends up with fucking 17 basics. How did this happen? We never saw a duel. Maybe that's one of the reasons that I love the Caleb Ganon Cube so much. Such a big fan of the Caleb Ganon Cube. There's like 3 of each duel and put everything off till pack 3. How bad is 17 basics, 2 colors? Not that bad. It depends on your mana requirements, right? So if you're doing 17 basics, 2 colors, what I have here in front of me, not bad at all. But if I'm trying to play like Raphelos and Dothy Voidwalker in the same deck, it starts to get iffy. For that, you're going to want to pile up duels, even though you're only 2 colors. So yeah, it's always going to depend on your mana requirements. No matter how many colors you have. Hell of an Ignoble. I bet a real sexy motherfucker. Got to spoil Ignoble Hierarch. Necromancy's kind of whatever. In this deck, we'd much rather have Recurring Nightmare or Reanimate, because both of those hit Grist really well. Feels like a Custody Lich deck, doesn't it? Ooze and Mastery, both options. We are not looking for Natural Order Hoof, no. Mostly just fixing. Mostly just more of the same. Natural Order Hoof would take up too many slots for us. We got, like, the grind going on, right? We're just gonna, like, grind them out of resources. Just make creatures and draw cards for forever. I like Chariot fine. I think I want Damnation, even if it only ends up in the sideboard. Maybe I want this fucking thing. It's like a backup Bitter Blossom. This could actually be the deck for it. As much as I love Snuff Out, this is I mean, it's a duel. Come and play tap duel. I'll take it. You do worse with green-black? Yeah, green-black can be hard to trophy with. Like, I would expect to go 2-1 with this. Even though it's, like, mono good cards. All of next pack to get duels? I really don't. We missed the green-black Fastland. We missed Bayou. The only duel that is possible for us is Overgrown Tomb. I have Mutavault in my cube, but mostly because I still have Pack Rat in my cube. And that Zern Orb. There's Misty here too, and Hymnotroc. Guess I'm just going to throw a colorless land into my mana base. The opposite of picking fixing. Vamp's fixing, right? I might like Questing Beast over Vamp. Hey, oh, but there's Yogg here. God damn it. So when we saw Bayou, it was in the same pack as Skull Clamp. And now that we're seeing Overgrown Tomb, it's in the same pack as Yogg. Our deck desperately needs both of these things. We've been like building our deck around seeing Clamp and Yogg, is why it's like all of our pack 1 picks were with the idea that we won't want to grab those cards. So it's kind of funny. Kind of funny that I've had to choose between them and fixing both times. I mean, there's only one black card in the pack. Feels like it's not going to wheel, right? I think I'm going to Fatal Push here. I like the Halfling. It like taps for Grist and Yogg. And Questing Beast. I think I'm talking myself into the Halfling. We'll probably wheel one of those removal spells, right? There's 2 in there. Is this going to be a sideboard card? We can cut Garrick. Get some removal in here. Yeah, it helps that Delighted Halfling and Ignoble can help fix. We do have this one duel that we could fetch. If we got any fetchables. We passed Misty. Misty's not coming back, but there's a lot of other fetches we could see. Can explain why Assassin's Trophy gets axed. I mean, it gives them a card, right? It might have to come back in. But it is the last card that I want here. Where's the Murderous Rider, Grist, Bowmaster, Shieldred's Edict, etc. I've liked Evolved Sleeper in some decks. This might be one of those. Think about Besiege You. Credence is solid here. Yeah, I think I like Force of Vigor over Trophy. Noble Hierarch or Hymn to Turok. I guess I'm hymning. Just the worst mana. Just the worst mana imaginable. Yeah, kind of frustrating. The Clamp was in the Bayou pack. And Yawgmoth was in the Overgrown Tomb pack. And then we didn't really have a chance at a fetch for the Triome. Didn't see Urborg. Urborg would have been great here. The cards here are really nice, though. They'll come together well. I wonder if I should have passed the Mox Sapphire. I don't have enough discipline to pass Mox Sapphire for a fucking fixing duel. But it was probably correct. The issue with Mox Sapphire is that it's adding like a colorless to your mana base. So you almost have to cut a spell for it. The Mana Dorks. Yeah, I mean, you have to rely on them to untap, is the only issue with the Mana Dorks. I usually don't like relying on dorks. Right. Yeah, we would have not had Sapphire. Would have had Misty Rainforest. Pretty unpleasant. Yeah, I wasn't expecting Overgrown Tomb to wheel. But similarly, I wasn't expecting Yogg to wheel. As the only black card in the pack. Just a rough sitch. Well, there's Safekeeper for Titania. I think I like this build, though. Titania doesn't really have anything going on besides the Safekeeper. So this would be 8 green, 9 black. I guess that's okay. Only 7 untapped green sources for my dorks. Hoofta hum. You can make up for a lack of fixing by playing extra basics, which I really don't want to do here because our curve kind of stops at 4-ish. So we're just going to draw well. Yeah, exactly. Old green-black bad mana, let's go. Vraska's not bad here. It was like one of my last, like 3 or 4 cuts. Good one with Bitter Blossom. If I hadn't gotten the Yawgmoth, then I think I'd still be into Vraska as another way to convert tokens from Ophidian and Blossom. Yawgmoth is so much better, though. Such a better card. Yeah, the format's faster than it used to be, Jersey. Like, I barely want my 1/5 drop in here. Even with dorks. Like Tool without the vocals. Yeah, a little bit of that going on. I actually really like streaming over instrumentals. Very pleasant. You have like the energy and the lack of dead air with the tunes there. Something to vibe with. But then you're not like commentating over someone else's words. What's good about Oddity? It's like it's another questing beast. What's good about questing beast? It fucking does everything. They die. It's got haste. Oddity, it's the same shit. And if you ever flip it, they're fucking dead. Sometimes you spend 7 mana and then it's a Crater Hoof too. Oh, that's bad for me. I was hoping they were vamping for a Wheel of Fortune. Oh. This fucking Bowmaster's saving my ass. Saving my ass so hard. They don't even bother attacking. They should still attack. Like I lose a couple things. Yeah, not serving was probably a misclick. Also, if they have sneak attack in their deck, then Blightsteel, like me already having infect damage, could come up. That Delighted Halfling was going to be so good. This is why I don't really like relying on dorks for mana, of course. I was going to play Gix here and draw all the cards. The Blightsteel shoveled back into the deck. That's why I'm leaving 2 creatures back. So they go, if they their last card in hand is sneak attack here, right? And they go sneak, activate. I can like block and not die. Not something that I would do if I didn't literally know they had Blightsteel in their deck, right? And then this turn's different. Because we drew Shieldreds. Kind of like Rankle against them. Maybe better than this Endurance. Yeah, this thing could really use a 1-drop, huh? Either a Duress or a Mana Dork. It's a keep otherwise, though. Or that Mox Sapphire, huh? That'd be sweet here. Wonder if they're intentionally slow dredging to reanimate on me. People are more resistant to doing that when they're on the play. But you're giving the opponent the same amount of time as if you were doing it on the draw. You're like in a similar spot. They just get like one more. You're basically gifting them a card when you're on the play and you decide to do the slow dredge thing. Basically the same shit. It is not many lives, yeah. My easy threats? Yeah, I mean, if I can cast them, right? I almost clamped Bob just in case they wanted to zoom back the Grizzlebrand. They should really let you equip it instant speed. That'll be the next equipment type they come out with. It'll just do that and fuck with everybody. Mega equip. Onboard instant speed tricks. Like Pendelhaven. Fuck Pendelhaven. All my homies hate Pendlehaven. You would love a Gundam set? Where did that come from? Green Source FDW. The Collector Brutality wouldn't be able to hit Christ if it was a normal walker too. It's instants or sorceries. They went to 5? Yeah, but 4+1, right? We got the Sapphire to pay the colorless. Yeah, how about Grist, Uptick, Clamp? That was my original plan before I drew Ophiomancer. I kind of like that we're like adding power to the board this way though. Appeals to me. We don't lose to Infect. I mean, kind of hard to get infected. It would take like a lot of mana on their part, like Dark Ritual, Sneak Attack, Activation, or whatever. Peeps talking about Path of Exile. What a bunch of fucking nerds. Kind of reminds me of that Pirates quote. Run up the sweeps. I might not even been saying sweep there. That's how I hear it. Oh, they got responses. Yeah, it was pretty good. No clamping for me. No cards. Maybe Hex Drinker's better than Grist here, because it threatens lethal next turn. And they're back down to 4. As we sit here with our 2 4-drop haste creatures. I just can't believe we never saw a piece of fixing. Just not even one. Never had a chance. Not even like 3 or 4 that we passed on. Lelia. Yeah, get in there, girl. Recover. I didn't even remember that was a magic ability. Is that a magic ability? I think it is. Yeah, that's fine. Great. I think we beat a Emrakul Annihilator with this board. You don't have to tell me what recover is, folks. I'm not going to read it, and I don't care. I know you're trying to be helpful, but why would I read that? What possible improvement in my life could that serve? How'd I hurt my arm? I've had wrist problems since late in high school. That's pretty good. Come on. Come on. All right, let's see. They're getting 3 5/5s. They're at 2 life. On board, I don't win. If I kept everything like this and then top decked a creature to play, I could play the creature, down tick Grist, skill 5/5, attack for lethal. If I sack a token, if I sack 1 token and draw a green source, then I can play a haster, sack the other token, kill a 5/5, have lethal. So it's like, are we more likely to draw a creature or a green source here? And for that, I'll have to look at the deck list, actually. Let's see, we have 16 creatures, and we've drawn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. 6 of them, and then 1 of them doesn't work. And as far as forests go, we've got The one comes to play tapped, one doesn't help us. So it's like 6 outs there. How many did I count for the creatures? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got like 8 creatures. We've got like 8 creatures and 6 forests. So I should actually play towards ripping a creature here. Weird, huh? Intuitively, I would think it'd be more likely to draw the other thing. Trying to see if any of the other cards matter. I don't think they do. Yeah, the whole deck's basically creatures. 2 looks at green? No, because I still need a creature to sack to the Grist, is what you're missing, Viral Drake. So if you draw a creature, you play the creature, you sack it to the Grist, and then you attack, and they've only got 2 blockers for your 4 attackers. And if you draw, if you're drawing towards, yeah. So two looks with the sack, right. 1 draw versus 2. Yeah, you're right. I thought you were talking about sacrifices, but I guess that makes it more likely to do the other thing. It sucks that drawing 2 creatures doesn't help. Yeah, I didn't count the double green. Okay. Glad I sacked so far. Come on, deck. Give me that fucking forest. That works. Too bad Bowmasters can't kill the Tree Speaker now. Those were just BBing. Should win more die rolls? I should win more die rolls. Probably my biggest gap as a player. This track's is too chill for me. I liked what was playing earlier. I'm gonna skip this one. Oh, it's a small little interlude track. What are we knowing up? It's not bad. The Toxic and the Damnation are coming in. For sure. So they're out of juice. This QB can trade with the Titan. And then Hex Drinker can trade with the 4/4. That relies on them, like, hitting lands for a few turns. And then we won't have much life to work with after that. Yeah, deal. Toxic, Rankle. Didn't I get Damnation? I thought I grabbed Damnation. Must have just thought about it. I'm gonna cut Gix here and Courser. Maybe plus Trophy. Kind of hate it. Kind of hate trophy against ramp. I think Bowmasters is enough to hit. I'm a little iffy on duress. Because they're going to be like base, like creature heavy. They're just going to like have that one natural order to hit and you can whiff on. Oh no, Force of Vigor is worse. We didn't see anything for Force of Vigor. My favorite card from a flavor point of view, Feast of the Unicorn. Looks goddamn delicious. Yeah, Massacre Worm's a little expensive. Unicorns have excellent flavor. They do. They do. I'll take mine rare. Get it? Get it rare. Yeah, not really what we're looking for in this matchup, but maybe Bob will just get me there. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Psych Stash, thanks for the 4 months there. Psych Stash, with their sub message, wants to let us know PP poo poo. Thanks for sharing, Psych. Yeah, it's a fucking pun stinger. Jesus. Unicorn is both hard to find and I was talking about eating it. So it means two things there. Say it's the... Oh, man. Goblins do fucking eat in the flavor texts. Goblin Spelunkers. I thought Goblin Spelunkers was like the funniest thing I'd ever seen when I was like 10 years old. This fucking Eternal Witness getting back Dismember. Ooh, that fucking Hymn to Turok. Oh man, Bowmasters and Rankle seem insane together, don't they? Because then you get the extra Bowmaster ping from forcing them to draw. Oh wow, they didn't sack the Eternal. Interesting. I like this riff. Oh, it's sweet. Or groove or whatever it is. Almost like Endurance for that fucking Eternal Witness. Almost. I just don't see anything I would cut for it. What do you call the buzz? In the song? Like the fuzz on the guitars? Is that what you're talking about? People just call it fuzz. Fuzzed out rock. Just a distortion effect. Very common in stoner rock and heavy psych. We got to turn 1 Bob here, right? I mean, we could turn to Hierarch plus Bob with a turn 1 Triome. I think we got to turn 1 Bob. You just gotta. No Dismember. We dodged the Dismember. Really tempted to clamp. I'm gonna give it a turn. Is this supposed to play QB here? This appeals to me, though. This appeals to me a lot. Yeah, it sparks joy. That's a good way to put it. We still have some removal spells for the next things. Only have 3 cards in hand. I really want a Questing Beast, but... should I just clamp this? Let's clamp this. Cool. We're still dropping a threat this turn. Rex Sage right on time. Glad I got my clamping in while I could, hum. A little bit worried about them having a natural order thing to sack here. Could just play Yogg and kill the Rex Sage, you know? This feels like good pressure, though. Yeah. And, we do have answers, right? We do have it. It's not like we're pants down in this situation. We got stuff. A little different than the last time it happened. Yeah, damage can't be prevented with that one. So, you know. I think I should have played the Murderous out and gotten the 3rd counter on Hex Drinker. Prevented Dismember. Yeah, shield counters prevent damage. Question B says damage can't be prevented. I believe is what happened there. Previous song name. It was I don't know the name of the song. It was a fucking album. Here. It was the last track on Liquefy Illusionary Reality. Fair enough. Pretty good looking hand, huh? Lelia and Squeam. Here I am without any removal. I've not heard the new Kadabra album. This band's so good. I haven't heard them in forever. Yeah, Ophiomancer might hold stuff off. We'll see. We'll see. That's terrifying. Do I have the trade? Kind of a weird offer. They're not taking it anyway, though. Yeah, Clamp would be hot. I think Yogg would even be even better here. Let me actually have the mana for our green hasters. Okay. 17. I want to ramp up the pressure. I want to make sure they don't, like, get to do anything too nutty with this kid. Better mana fixing in the next go. I just want a fucking trophy with this. I don't care about the next draft. I'm in the moment. We'll get there. Our cards are too good. The sheer weight of card quality coming through. Cabal, Ritual. They have 2 cards in hand. One of them's a Lelia. Does extra mana matter? I feel like it's unlikely to matter, right? What they could be ritualing for? Yawgmoth's Will? Bolas's Citadel? I guess we'll find out. Just as long as it's not a goddamn Massacre Worm. Grizzlebrand? Grizzlebrand is like the least scary card they could play. They'll just die. Spiral, yeah, some draw 7. That'd be hot for me. They are playing Wheel of Fortune. Heck of a card, that Bowmaster. The Orc Army's a goddamn 8/8. The Clamp and the Grist are good cards, but they might not matter if the opponent's just, like, in the business of killing us here. We'll see what their 7 is. Feel very good against the part of their deck that's like Lelias and Squeeze. Feel a little rocky against the part of their decks that's like Demonic Tutors and Cabal Rituals, right? Entomb Found Archon. Awkward Ass Exhume. Yeah, I should have sacked the Snake, because I'm going to sack it to the Grist anyway. I think. But if you're going to sack it and then, like, want all your creatures to attack, that's different. Oh, I can sack this stupid Bitter Blossom to attack with. Like, I thought there might be a universe where I want the Snake to attack into Archon for some piddly damage. But the Grist is just going to kill it. Too bad Grist isn't clearing Saheeli Hum. Kind of like having the flyer in case they, like, corpse dance the Archon. Yeah, maybe I'm sacking the Snake anyway. Or I could sack this. Voidwalker seems like it would have been really good to get down against this Lion's Eye Diamond deck. Reanimator stuff. Good to remember that Tameo prevents discard. So if we draw him to Troc, it's a brick. The Tameo down. Tameo hasn't down-ticked. It's rebuying Kitten here. don't think you rebuy Kitten unless you've got some infinite. I assumed they were going to get back Exhume. Oh, so you play the Kitten, and then the Kitten's going to blink Tamiyo. They just need to have like one spell post Cat, and then they have a win. Oh, they don't have a spell post Cat. Okay, cool. But y'all see how that was going to work? They're going to play the Cat, then play a spell, and that blinks the Tamiyo, and then they can sack LED, and the Tamiyo down ticks for the LED. Then they play LED, the Cat blinks the Tamiyo again, and they can just like rebuy their whole graveyard here, and kill us however they want. But it looks like they didn't have a spell to back it up, so they're just dead on board. Yeah, so Endurance is good against them with their graveyard shenanigans. I guess I want Trophy. Very mixed on that one. Necromancy for their Archon. I like Hexmage against the walkers I saw there. We can just like leave it in play. Looked like a misclick there in the graveyard. Maybe it was 2 cards away from Exhume if they were trying to click on Exhume. I think they got the Cat back and then realized they couldn't combo. I think they thought they could combo and then they realized they couldn't. I think this is what I want. I kind of like Gix and I kind of like Necromancy, but... Oh, I need water. I'm gonna go get some water and another soda. I'll be back in a sec. Hey, nice opener. Boo. Sorry about the delay, folks. Looks like I'm still ahead on the clock. Yeah. Makes me feel a little better. And I got this nice, gorgeous thing of water. And a sody pop. Oh man, CubeCon's like literally next week, right? Hot diggity dog. I'm mostly prepared. Got my cube all ready to go. I need to clear all the cards off my table. Get all that stuff set away. But yeah, the half of my house where everybody's going to be staying is all cleaned and ready to go, so that's nice. Probably clean the downstairs bathroom, just in case anyone wants to use it. Yeah, like enough people staying in one place. It's kind of asinine to be like, alright, you 5 have the upstairs shower for the morning showers, and the downstairs shower is only me. Make it work. You heard I was afraid of defending my title? Afraid? What's the fear? Might get paper cuts. Shuffling all the cube decks. Two floors that vintage content be paying? Yeah, sort of. It's a smaller house. But it does have a finished basement, which is where I spend like 80% of my time, 90%. I got my study down here and my my bed where it's nice and cool. Save some money on the AC in the summer. Is this Endurance just gonna fucking win for me? And then the upstairs has like the kitchen and living room area like combined, and then a few like smaller rooms which I turned into guest bedrooms for folks. But the place is like roughly the same size as the 3-bedroom apartment I was living in. That place was pretty ridiculous. That place was pretty schwanky for just one person. I was not intending to live there by myself when I had moved in, but someone signed a lease with me and then ghosted me. Like within the same month. It was fucking wild. I want the DRC trigger to resolve first, don't I? You once had housemates emigrate to another continent without warning? Jeez. Oh, now the corpse dance gets the fury back. Nice. They did have to nuke their whole hand with the LED. And the fury will die at end of turn, but at least they're dealing with my Bob this way. Three card types for the DRC here. They need like a sorcery or a creature in the bin. Ooh, I was gonna Yogg here, but I feel like Voidwalker is so good against them. I want to get that down earlier. They didn't even give you any heads up, Leonite, when they were moving. Yo, I'm not gonna be here. I guess that's what I was just describing. Just literally being ghosted. Hey, nice little trophy. Nice little trophy there. Black-green bad mana can't be beat. For some reason, I thought we were on the second match, not the third. I'm into it, though. Couple of good decks back-to-back. Storm wins again! Yeah, good old black-green Stormless Storm. Front page of trophies. Yeah, we're number 4 there, huh?